What is good, MexitPlanners? We are back to share our 4-year Mexiversary video to share what our lives have been like over the last year. Now, this is the 3rd video of this anniversary series, and it's quite possible this might be the last. So join me and my beautiful wife, Angelita, today as we share the changes in our lives over the last year here in Mexico. Let's get it. For those that don't know, I'm Monty and this is my beautiful wife, Angelita. And in December, we'll celebrate 29 years of marriage. We have 4 kids, 3 who are young adults and are living their lives back in the States, and 1 little one who's on this journey with us here in Mexico. Now, I like to do this anniversary series because it's kind of a way to look back and be thankful for all that we've experienced over the last year and to set goals for this upcoming new year. So with that, let's jump right into it. Tanita, I'm going to ask you the first question. What has been the biggest change for you in this last year?
The biggest change for this last year, I would say, is my fitness has changed since I've completed the race. Last year was all about the race, the half Ironman. And this year it's been a little more laid back in that area. So I've had more free time to do other stuff because before all I did was train.
This year for me, I've been fairly busy helping folks redefine home and work remotely from anywhere in the world. This has been a huge blessing to be able to merge my experience of 20 plus years in cybersecurity with my new life as an immigrant. So for me, I'm super excited to be able to, help people live their retirement dreams now and actually move and continue to work if they have a remote job. I know one of the big changes from you from this year to last year is your residency status. You want to talk about that?
Oh, I went from temporary to permanent.
Yes, you went from temporary to permanent, but how did that process go? Did you pay someone to take you from temporary to permanent?
Okay, no, I went and did the process all by myself for me and my daughter. I made the appointment online. I went down to the immigration office and had all my paperwork in order, whereas previously I think we paid somebody a couple $100s to do that.
Yeah,
and
$100 per person.
And so I even set it up for Ashlyn, and when we did that, and then of course Monty had to go down there and sign on her behalf because he was the initial person on her paperwork. But yeah, got it done without any external help.
Yeah, I will definitely say that, 4 years in, being able to speak the language, being familiar with the process at immigration has gotten a lot better in the last 4 years. So it has, they've streamlined the process a little bit where you can now pay with credit cards. You don't have to leave and go to the bank and all these other things. And, people make a big deal about the long lines that are outside, but really, I think it took you how long to do this last part?
The first time it took me 4 hours. And then when I went down there with her, I think it was like 3 hours.
Yeah. So, and that was from standing in line. You didn't have a previous appointment. You just went and stood in line.
Yeah, you don't make an appointment, but you fill out you have to do your paperwork first before you get down there, or they will send you back.
Okay.
And you have to have the remittance printed, and when you're in line, you have to show them that you have that, or else you won't be able to continue
the process.
Yeah.
So there is some prep work that you need to do, and you need to have tons of copies and all of those things. But once you have that, it's basically a streamlined process. So, both my daughter was already permanent. I was a permanent resident from the beginning. But with a minor, you have to renew. What is it?
It's every 4 years, like a temporary.
Yeah.
And so she was 3 when we got here, and so 3 to 7. And then if we were to do it again, she would do it again at 12. But since you can apply for citizenship after 5 years, we won't have to renew for her next year. We're just going to apply for citizenship.
So that'll be one of our goals. We'll talk more about that, I guess, at the end of the video. But definitely one of my goals for next year after 5 years is to get my Mexican citizenship. Now, Tanita has an advantage over me in that regard because she's already studied Mexican history in school when she took Spanish, and she obviously is fluent and is a Spanish teacher. So she definitely has an advantage in that aspect. So it'll be a race off, I guess, to see who gets their citizenship first, me or her. We'll see.
Why does it have to be?
I don't know. There's a challenge. Let's see who gets their citizenship challenge and passport challenge for Mexico. Let's see who does that. All right. So in the last year, I know you accomplished this big, hairy, audacious goal of completing the half Ironman, and we've talked about that in the previous question. But I've never been more inspired by you than watching you, transform from being a non-athlete. I won't say a couch potato, non-athlete to a beast of an
I
athlete.
did yoga.
She did yoga, yeah, she did yoga. But if you know the story, and if you don't, go back and watch the video from last year, because she literally learned how to swim, open water, learned how to bike, learned how to run, all in 1 year, and then completed the half Ironman, which is a huge accomplishment. So now I am on a fitness journey, and my fitness journey, I've been cycling now for almost a year, and my goal is by the end of this year, by the end of 2023, to complete a 100-mile ride in 1 day. So we'll see. Tell me a little bit about your fitness goals this year.
What's the most you've ridden so far?
So 78.23 miles, I think.
Okay,
is the most
so you only got
I've ridden.
12
So
left.
That's 120 kilometers.
Well, 22.
So, yeah, so
22
I got
left.
20-something miles to go in 1 day, and that was about a 4-hour ride for the 78. So we'll see. But what are your fitness goals for this year?
My goals are to stay healthy and fit and not train as much as I used to, but I'm working on tone and definition. I've always said, even in the past, I wanted those Angela Bassett arms like she had in What's Love Got to Do with It. And my arms are coming. Look at, let me show y'all my guns since we're talking about it. Look at that.
That's legit.
Yeah, it was legit. You thought I was playing, and in the back of it, look,
Okay,
they
all
coming.
right then.
So you know, that's what I'm working on.
See what you're working with. All right, so I got to stay in shape, because I can't have my lady, out fitnessing me and running me around the corner. We are both soon approaching 50, so definitely want to be in the best shape of our lives and be around for a long time. Now, you have something else that you're planning as a result, because watching you train every single day, not cheating on vacation, going out and running and swimming in hotels and all that kind of stuff, was amazing. I don't have that kind of work ethic, but I know that when you put your mind together, as focused as you are and goal oriented as you are, you tend to accomplish those goals. So
thank you.
Tell me what you got planned coming up to help other people.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm going to be hosting my very first virtual workshop that's discussing setting goals, goal setting, smart goal setting, because we're at the end of the year, and this is the time of year people start getting ready for their goals for the next year coming up. And so I have I guess you can call it a webinar scheduled in the next few weeks, and I'm excited about that.
Okay. When is the webinar?
Saturday, November 4th at 9:30, from 9:30 to 12. It's only 2.5 hours.
And what is the cost?
Is there 2 hours? What's that?
9:30 to 12. That's 2.5 hours.
Yeah, $39.
So $39. I'll leave the link to the webinar in the description
space is
below.
limited because it's going to be a personalized experience. So if you care to get in on this delicious treat.
All right. So I'll leave a link to the webinar in the description below. So if you're interested, you can join that. What's been your biggest surprise for this last year?
Oh, surprise. Let me replay the year. I don't know if we had any surprises. I haven't.
A big surprise for me is I went through this whole process of renewing my passport and getting the brand new passport, but I haven't been out of Mexico all year.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Oh, wow.
I haven't left Mexico all year, and it's October right now. So, we just celebrated the 4-year Mexiversary, which is the whole point of this video, and I haven't left in 9 months, which is good. In fact, I haven't been out of back to the States since December of last year.
Wow.
When my daughter graduated. So that's a big surprise. And the biggest thing is I really haven't missed going back to the States. I miss family and friends, of course, but I've been just happy staying here.
They've been coming here.
Yeah, and we've had visitors this year again. So I've been happy staying in my zone and doing my thing here. So no big surprises for you this year?
I really can't think of any.
Okay.
No.
What is the thing you're most proudest of for this year?
The thing I'm most proudest of is, let's see, to be proud, I'm Ashlyn and her development and growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a second grader now, and just watching her develop and mature as a little person has just been wonderful.
Yeah, there's a huge, I don't know if it's a huge, but it seems like it was a big jump from 6 to 7. Like she is mature. She can come downstairs and kind of get herself together, which is really leading into a transition as far as our family dynamics are concerned a little bit. So our nanny has resigned at the end of November, which we hate to see her leave, but we definitely want to see her succeed and do do better and to do whatever it is that her heart desires. She finished college, which was a big moment for us, being able to celebrate. So it's like another child has gone away and is now leaving the nest. So we are super excited for her to get an opportunity in the States and to be able to, explore and experience new things. But it was really time, because Ashlyn is way more mature than she was
3 years ago.
3 years ago, and definitely even just from last year to this year, I think there's a huge growth as a second grader. So, you guys saw Ashlyn in the video I did on Father's Day, and you could tell that she's really thriving here, and definitely that was one of the goals for us moving down. What has been your least favorite thing about living in Mexico over the last year, or over the last 4 years?
Okay. My least favorite, I guess because I've adapted so well, it's like I don't have things that just totally bother me as much as they used to in the beginning, like the traffic and the noise, and some people complain about the weather. That's not a problem for me. I honestly I can't pinpoint anything right now.
Your least favorite? So let me get you started. So my least favorite thing over this last year has been the decrease in the U.S. dollar to the Mexican peso.
Oh, okay.
Now, we are on a kind of a rebound right now. It went down as low as like 16 something, and today it's 18.32. So we're definitely on a rebound in the right direction. But man, when you get used to 20 to 1 and 22, that is an experience that
Well, see, it hits me differently because I'm working here. I charge in pesos and I'm spending pesos. So for me, when the dollar went down, the peso went up. And so what I charged for my class, I was actually making more in dollars. So it's like the reverse.
So what class are you talking about?
My Spanish class that I teach.
Yeah. So last year we talked about her starting to teach Spanish classes and doing some other things. And that's actually been working out. So she's teaching Spanish, twice a week?
Yes.
In 2 different classes. So that's outstanding. But yeah, that's been a really, really big blessing to be able to utilize some of the space that we have in this house and to actually help other people, further along their journeys by understanding the language. So that's been huge. What are you looking forward to in 2024?
I'm looking forward to more travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting the news about this train and the airports flying, airlines flying.
Say again?
You wanted to talk.
Yeah, no, I can't talk today.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely more travel in 2024. So there's going to be direct flights from Mexico from Merida to Atlanta to Miami and to some other place, to Orlando, which is nice. Then we also have the Maya train coming at the end of December. Or sometime in December, I should say. And that's going to give us a direct connection to Cancun. I went to play golf yesterday in Campeche, and we were talking about how nice it would be just to jump on a train in Merida and go, to Campeche to play golf. So it's really going to transform the way people get to Merida. The more people that come to Merida, it's going to transform everything, I think, in the southeast of Mexico.
Yeah.
So that is definitely something I'm looking forward to. And I'm really looking forward to traveling more to like Central and South America in 2024. I didn't do any travel, as I said, this year. I've been in Mexico almost the whole year. I am going back in November, but outside of that, I've really been here all year and been happy to be here all year. So any final thoughts? What is your thing you most regret or would change about this whole transition and move over the last 4 years?
What I would change? I would change. There's some things I miss from home, some comforts. I wouldn't even call them comforts, maybe even luxuries. For example, our piano. I really miss our piano. Our baby grand piano that the whole family will go in and play. And, some other things that we didn't bring down. We brought down enough stuff. But otherwise, just every now and then little nostalgic moments from home. But the kids are all out now, except for Ashlyn, so it would be a different experience even if we still were back there, because they all wouldn't be in the house, so it's different.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's part of that empty nest syndrome, regardless of where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss some things from home. I miss moments, at home, like fall festivals and playing golf and that kind of thing with my boys. But mostly it's people and family. I don't have any regrets about moving here. This has been a life-changing experience.
No
and
regrets.
I don't plan to come back if I can help it. So if these mosquitoes and ants don't eat me up, I'll be okay. But I have no regrets about moving here, and wish we would have done it sooner, but understand that timing is everything. So it has been a huge blessing for us over the last 4 years, and God willing, we'll have many more years here in Mexico. I think we will have to do at least one more of these videos to talk about our citizenship contest and who gets the passport first and all that stuff, and also just to commemorate our 5-year anniversary. So, you know, and to talk about if we've been using those new transportation options like the Maya train and airplanes and all those things.
Yeah, because we could do some friend group travels now and like, yeah.
So we can definitely meet people in Cancun and bounce out. So that's going to be all good. I'm looking forward to 2024 and all that it has to offer. I appreciate you guys watching. If you want to know more about our journey, check out this playlist over here. And probably over here. And until next time, check out the playlist up here. I'm going to put it somewhere. But until next time, MexitPlans, Monty and Tanita, we out.
Bye. Man, creme brulees are real good right now.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Let me put it over here.
Can you see?
Yeah, I cannot talk today. We have 4
I ain't saying nothing.
I cannot talk today.